Should all be in a. Am I wrong about that? Like,
We'll see if it's. Well, there you are. Okay. Yeah, you're live.
okay. Do. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to go full screen.
Is that all it's going to give you? Oh, I hope not.
Should be a way to see. I don't want all of that.
Maybe double click on the video itself? I don't know. Ooh.
It's like the people that create this don't use it.
Yeah.
Preview link. Actually, I think that needs to be. That's so loud. I can't think over it. There we go. Too low. Frame rate is too low. Please let frame rate so viewers may experience. How do I fix the frame rate? This just gives me a. That's not helpful. Okay. Well. Hello. We're still figuring out. They don't make this easy. It's like they don't use it. Preset the. Does this let me change the frame rate?
Is there anything on there that says video settings on your Facebook?
Well, so stream settings, it's on auto. Choose the latency for your broadcast. Low latency, maybe that. Publish. That's stream latency though.
Nothing that says video settings?
No, it gives me the error, and then when it pops, when I click on it, it just gives me requirements for Facebook Live video, and it's like a list, but it doesn't give me the thing to fix it. Like, it doesn't pop up the setting. Current frame rate is too low. Viewers may experience a lower quality stream. And it doesn't tell me check my phone. Change frame rate.
It looks fine.
Okay. I have to fix it on the laptop. Settings, system, display, advanced display. Okay. Well, as long as it looks fine, I'll just ignore it and get on with the class, I guess. And then, how do I get this back to the screen I had? There we go. That might be the... Okay. Can you guys hear and see me? I'm hoping you can. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna get started. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it'll be fine. The error message keeps popping up, but I don't know how to fix it. So, alright, so I'm just gonna get started. Our affirmation for today is I am my own cheerleader. And then we're talking about Asteya, which is the third yama in the 8 limbs of yoga. So Asteya is about non-stealing. And on a surface level, we think about that as just simply not taking a bike that's unlocked or taking something from a store, but it can be a much deeper concept than that. So, to not steal from yourself or anyone else, the third yama is part of the 8 limbs of yoga. And then what are the ways that we might steal from others that are not the obvious non-stealing? So, not respecting others' time or energy or their work. So, taking somebody for granted, possibly, or just simply not valuing somebody's effort or labor that they do. Maybe because you think that effort or labor isn't as prestigious as another type of effort or labor. Another way that we can accidentally or unintentionally steal is taking ideas from other cultures without understanding the deeper culture significance of that concept or that idea, the history or the impact behind that cultural concept. And then a third way that we can possibly steal from others is pushing other people's boundaries. When someone politely tells us no, but we don't necessarily take no for an answer. So that is another way that we can possibly steal from somebody. So these are all ways that we can steal from other people, but just because we are not supposed to steal from other people, we're also not supposed to steal from ourselves. And I think this is a place where a lot of people actually struggle. So, the ways that we can steal from ourselves is people pleasing. If we are sacrificing our own needs, our own best in order to please somebody else, that could totally be stealing from ourselves. I know this is something that I struggled with for a really long time, and in some cases still do. So, people pleasing. Not allowing ourselves to feel our full range of emotions is another way that we could be stealing from ourselves. A lot of times with like anger and grief and some of the darker emotions, we tend to push them away or something along those lines. And that is not healthy, and that can be stealing from our own healing, that can be stealing from our own life experience, because it's important for us to experience that full range of emotions so that we can process it in a healthy manner and then move through it and eventually let it go. But if we never allow ourselves to feel some of those darker emotions, then in actuality, we're going to hold on to it a lot longer than we would have if we just allowed ourselves to process through it naturally. Another way that we can steal from ourselves is allowing shame or other people's expectations control our decisions. So, the woulda, shoulda, coulda is a way that we can steal from ourselves quite a bit, where maybe society or family or people that we look up to have certain expectations of us, and while we want to uphold those people's expectations, maybe those expectations aren't actually right for us. And that's another way that we could be stealing from ourselves, is because we are worried that if we don't fit within someone else's box, that they will lose respect or lose value within us. And it's important that we find that own respect and value within ourselves and come to terms that if that person is holding us to a standard that is not good for us, then to process through that the best that we can, right? And then lastly, to not rob yourself of life experiences. So not living with fear or living in fear. There's this wonderful Alice in Wonderland quote that's like, I experienced 6 crazy things before breakfast or something like that, right? But on the other end of that is embracing the fear and doing something that scares you every single day. And whether it's something big or small, because it's going to teach you something about yourself, and it would rob you of that lesson about yourself if you didn't do something that scared you, right? I do stuff that scares me every day, multiple times a day. My whole life is like scary. And I wouldn't live the life that I'm at now if I didn't just put one foot in front of the other and do something that scared me. And now a lot of those things that scared me a long time ago are just a part of my everyday life and are not scary to me anymore. But that doesn't mean that I'm still not like building and growing and doing things that scare me. Doing online classes scare me because the technology frustrates the crap out of me, and irritates me. So, because it's outside of my comfort zone, and that scares me. So here I am doing something that scares me. But you know, we're just gonna go with it and figure it out as much as we can as we go. Okay, so that is today's lesson, philosophy lesson. Asteya, it's Asteya, non-stealing. It is the third yama in the 8 limbs of yoga. And we have 2 more yamas left, and then we will be moving into the niyamas. Normally, this is where I open the conversation in class to see if anybody wants to add anything. I know that there's a chat feature. Yay, Maya! Yeah. So if you're watching, or if you want to, and you can just add whatever you would like to add to the discussion in the comments. And then for those of you who might be watching this at a later time, you're welcome to still continue the discussion. I'm going to go ahead and post this video, so it'll be up in the group for anybody that wishes to watch it. Okay, so again, our affirmation for today is my own cheerleader, and then we are going to get into the asana portion, the pranayama portion of our class. So for those that haven't taken class with me before, pranayama is breath work. And this helps us focus our mind, focus our energy, and tune into our body before we start the physical practice in our class. So I'm going to take my glasses off and we'll move into that. So I am sitting in Sukhasana, which is cross-legged, and this class will be just sitting the whole time. And we are going to come up. You can sit whatever way is comfortable for you, or you can sit in the traditional posture. There are some added benefits to sitting in the traditional posture of Sukhasana, but your comfort level is more important than sitting in the traditional postures. So I'm going to sit in the traditional posture. It's Sukhasana, which is cross-legged. I currently have my left leg in front just because that's a more comfortable posture for me to always have my left leg in front, which is why I start class with the right leg in front, if you guys ever wondered. Just because of the way my hips are imbalanced, having my left leg in front is more comfortable for me. So getting a comfortable seat. Again, if you'd like to sit in the traditional posture, we're going to start cross-legged, and then we're going to push through the top of our head. Let's see if I can move back so you can see me. There we go. We're going to push through the top of our head, getting long in our spine, and we want our ribs over our hips, our chest lifted, pushing tall, and then you can rest your hands on your knees, or you can take the traditional mudra, the traditional hand gesture like this, which helps with concentration. That is up to you. Always just do your best, leave the rest, and do what is best for you. So we're going to start by inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. What this does is this starts to calm the nervous system and activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the calming sensation, then the calming rest and digest in the body. So we're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And so we're going to inhale to the count of 4. We're going to exhale out through the mouth to the count of 10. This is called the oceanic breath, and it's meant to mimic a tidal wave as the tide is like receding from the ocean. So the wave is coming in and then the wave is coming out, right? So it comes in short, leaves long, and that is the breath that we are doing. And you want to try to think of a circular motion with that breath, just like the wave is actually a circular motion, right? So we're going to inhale to the count of 4, exhale out to the count of 10, and we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Taking a couple of natural breaths. We're going to push that exhale to the count of 12, and we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Taking a couple of natural breaths, we're going to push that exhale to the count of 14, and we're going to inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Taking a couple of natural breaths, we're going to move on to the Nadi Shodhana and the Vishnu Mudra. So the Nadi Shodhana is the alternate nostril cleansing breath. And the Vishnu Mudra is the hand gesture of Vishnu. So mudra is hand gesture, and it is the thumb, ring finger, and pinky extended. We're going to inhale through the right side, exhale through the left. We'll do that 3 times, and then switch sides. And it appears to be mirrored, so just do your best with the mirroring of the video. All right, here we go. So we're going to inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. And last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Then on the left side, we're going to inhale through the left and then exhale through the right. So we're going to inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and taking a few moments to breathe through both sides of the sinuses at the same time. Good. This is one of the rare times that both sides of your sinuses will be open at the same time. The body naturally switches channels throughout the day. And the point of this exercise is to clear the sinuses and allow for breathing through both sides, which can allow for more oxygen and clearer thinking. Good. We're going to go into our alms. Good. And what the alms do is they vibrate the vocal cord, which also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which leads to calming and soothing and all of that as well. All right, so we are going to switch our Sukhasana, putting the right leg in front if you're not already sitting that way. And then we're going to go into our Weeble Wobble. So we're just going to bring the knees to the hips, or hands to the knees, rolling through our hips. First towards the right, and then towards the left. Rolling through the hip joint, trying to find the full range of motion. Hi, friend. In the hips, good. And then going the opposite direction from whatever way you had already started. Good. Then we're going to come up into the ribs, so we're working our way up the spine. So we're going to come up to the ribs, and I want you to kind of press your knees down, lift your head tall, and then we're focusing on just moving the ribs to the right and then to the left. So getting abdominal control here, warming up the spine. And it's kind of cool, I wore the shirt today, you can kind of see the spine moving. Did not do that on purpose, but you know. And then going the other way, trying to press the knees into the ground while you move just the ribs. Again, working on thoracic spine mobility. Good. All right, we're going to come up to the head, and we're just going to roll our head to the right and then to the left. Okay. Now we're going to move into a Marianasana, Bitsyasana, Vinyasana flow, which is cat, cow, seated flow. So we're going to bring our hands to our knees if they're not already there. And we're going to picture our spine as one of those wooden snake toys. You want to think of each little vertebrae moving as we start to bring our back to the back wall, tucking the chin, tucking the pelvis, spreading those shoulder blades, really curling in on yourself. And then with a big inhale, coming into Bitsyasana cow, straightening up, and then arching the opposite direction, lifting the chin, lifting the pelvis, squeezing those shoulder blades together, lifting that chest, and then exhale, going the opposite direction, nice and slow, curling back in on yourself, visualizing each vertebrae doing its job. And then inhale, expanding. Coming back into cow, squeezing those shoulder blades together, lifting that chin, lifting the heart. And lifting the tail. Good. Now we're going to move a little faster. Still very slow and mindful, but just picking up the movement. Inhaling with the expansion, exhaling with the contraction. Warming up the spine. Warming up the body. Bringing that belly button into the spine, really contracting those low abs, pulling everything in, and then inhaling, arching all the way up, shoulders back, chin up. Good. We're going to take the tempo up a little bit faster. Adding the breath work. This warms up the body, increases the internal temperature. Good. All right, we're going to inhale the arms up. I have a cat tree there. Inhaling the arms up. Coming up nice and tall, reaching tall for the ceiling, lengthening that spine, pushing through the top of the head. Good. Now we're going to gently fold over. Exhale with that fold, reaching tall along with the body, dropping the hands wherever they land. A big inhale as we slowly roll up. Big exhale. Good. Two more. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Inhale, expand. Last one. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long, lengthening that spine, pushing through the top of the head. Good. Stretching, stretching, reaching. Then we're going to exhale, fold forward. Big inhale as we roll back up. Big exhale. Release the tension. Good. We're going to bring the arms up, This time looking up towards the ceiling. Good. Then we're going to bring those ribs forward, up, and back, arching behind us. And we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. All the way to the right. Tall and long through that spine. Reaching with those arms. Good. Big stretch here. We're not rounding the back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together as we reach forward. That way we're not rounding. Good. And then we're going to drop the hands, tuck the chin. Now we're rounding the back, spreading those shoulder blades. Dragging those hands across the floor. Big stretch here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. 2 more. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long to the ceiling. We're going to tilt the head back, and then we're going to bring the ribs forward, up, and back, arching behind us. Reaching, reaching, reaching. We're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. All the way to the right. Tall and long. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. We want that back nice and flat. We're not rounding. Nice and flat. Pushing through the belly button and the chest. Good. We're aiming to get into that right hip and thigh. And a little bit on the left oblique. Good. Dropping the hands, tucking the chin, rounding the back, pushing through the shoulder blades. Big inhale. Big exhale. Last one. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long through the ceiling. We're going to tilt the head back and then bring those ribs forward, up, and back. And we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. All the way to the right. Pushing tall and long. Good. And dropping the hands, tucking the chin, rounding the back, pushing through those shoulder blades. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. All right, we're going to bring the right foot forward and hold the left foot up. We want to get nice and tall in your spine. You want to flex those toes back towards you. And then we're going to lift this leg 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Good. You can stay here or you can go to the next level and come slightly outside your mat. And we're going to lift 3 more times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Good. You can stay there or you can go to the next level. It's progressively getting harder. Always do what's best for you and leave the rest. This is strengthening your hip flexors. And we're going to lift 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Go ahead and bring that leg forward. If you need to punch out the muscle, it always feels good to do that after working the hip flexor there. And then we are going to take this left knee, cross it over the right leg. Again, coming up nice and tall. We're going to do our spinal twist. So we're going to come up nice and tall, reaching the right hand down behind us, left hand on that knee, spinal twist. Good. You can stay here or you can take a deep breath in and twist on the exhale. Good. Gently unwind, keeping your legs where they're at. We're going to the other side. So inhaling the arms up, putting the left hand down behind you, right hand on that knee, spinal twist. Good. You can stay here, or you can take a deep breath in and twist on the exhale. Good. Gently unwind. All right, bringing both feet forward. moving out the meat from underneath, grinding down, pulling those toes back towards you. We're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale down, dropping the hands wherever they land. Inhale the expansion. Exhale the tension. 2 more. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale the expansion. Exhale the tension. Last one. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale the expansion. Exhale the tension. Good. Now we're going to repeat all of that on the other side. So we're going to put the left foot in front in Sukhasana or cross-legged. And then we're going to do those 3 fold-overs one more time. Actually, we're going to do our Weeble Wobbles. I almost forgot, we didn't do our Weeble Wobbles with our left leg in front. So we're going to do our Weeble Wobbles. So coming down, rolling through the hips. First to the right, and then to the left. Good. All right, then coming up into our thoracic spine, our rib cage. You want to plant down your knees, kind of pushing your knees into the ground, tall through the top of your head, and you're going to focus on just moving your ribs. First towards the right, and then towards the left. Good. And then we're going to do the head. First to the right, and then towards the left. And then we're going to inhale the arms up, doing a fold over. So inhaling up, exhaling fold. Inhaling the expansion. Exhaling the tension. Good. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling the expansion. Exhaling the tension. Last one. Inhaling the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling the expansion. Exhaling the tension. Good. I'm going to bring our hands to our knees, and then we'll do the Marianasana, Bitsyasana, cat-cow with the left leg in front. We're just going to tilt back all the way to the back, and then coming forward nice and slow, arching up. See if it feels a difference with a different leg in front. If your hips are not aligned, it will probably feel different. My hips are not aligned, so it feels different. I always carry more tension in one side than I do the other. That's part of being human and part of why we do yoga. Good. All right, and then we're going to inhale the arms up, reaching tall and long, pushing through the top of the head. We're going to tilt our head back and then bring our ribs forward, up, and back, arching behind us, and we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, coming all the way to the left. You're going to scoot up. Coming all the way to the left. Reaching tall and long with that spine, keeping the chest lifted. Good. Dropping the hands, tucking the chin, round in the back, rolling through the shoulders. Big inhale. Big Big exhale. Good. 2 more times. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long. We're going to tilt the chin back and bring the ribs forward, up, and back. And we're going to arch behind us, and we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. All the way to the left. Tall and long through the chest. Keeping lifted here. We're not rounding, so squeeze those shoulder blades together as we fold forward. Good. And now we're dropping the hands, tucking the chin, rounding the back, pushing through those shoulder blades. Big inhale. Big exhale. One more. Inhaling the arms up, reaching tall and long. Through the spine, we're going to tilt that chin back and bring our ribs forward, up, and back, arching behind us, and we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to the left. Getting into the left hip and thigh and the right oblique. Good. Reaching with that right hand towards the left. Good. Dropping the hands, tucking the chin, rounding the back, pushing through the shoulder blades. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Now we're going to straighten the left leg, hug the right leg to us, flex those toes back towards us, and we're going to lift that leg 3 times. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Good. You can stay here or you can go to the next level just outside your mat. Here we go. We're going to lift 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. You can stay there or you can go to the next level, opening wider. The wider you go, the harder this will be. Here we go. Flex those toes back to you, getting tall in your spine, and we're going to lift. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Bring that leg forward. Massage that out if you need to. Strengthening that hip flexor. Good. We're going to bring both legs forward. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to cross the right leg over the left and do our spinal twist. I don't have Sherry here to keep me on track. All right, so keeping the left leg straight, toes back towards you, crossing the right leg over, getting tall and long. We're going to go into our spinal twist. So we're going to inhale the arms up, putting the left hand down behind us, right hand on that knee, spinal twist. You can stay here or you can take a deep breath in and twist on the exhale. Good. Gently unwind, keeping your legs where they are. We're going to inhale the arms up, going to the other side. Right hand down behind us, left hand on that knee, spinal twist. You can stay here or you can take a deep breath in and twist on the exhale. Good. Spinal twist. All right, we're going to bring both legs together. Toes facing back towards us. We're going to come up nice and tall, and we're going to do 3 fold overs. So we're going to inhale up, exhale down, inhale the expansion, exhale the tension. 2 more. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale the expansion, exhale the tension. Last one. Inhale up, exhale down. This time we're going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Gently release. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Good job. Okay, we're going to go into our closing postures. I have to go. I don't have my blocks because all my blocks are at the studio. So I have to grab. I'm going to grab something else, and I'll have to be right back. Give me just a second. So I do have my foam roller, and that will work just fine. So you can either use a yoga block or foam roller for this. We are going to go into supported bridge. So we're going to lay down on our backs with our knees up, and then we're going to take our block or our foam roller or whatever else tool that you'd like to use, and you're going to put that underneath your hips, okay? Not on your low back, under your hips. And then what this is going to do is it's going to support your hips and allow your lumbar to decompress. So it's called supported bridge. So we're going to lay down, take your block, put it under your hips, and you can just hang out here. Allowing your low back and your hips to decompress. This is a perfectly valid place to be. Or you can go into lounging lizard where you take your right leg and you hug it towards you, toes back facing you, and you straighten your left leg, pushing the heel along the floor towards the ground. See if I can come sideways for you guys. Good. And then when you're ready, you can switch legs. Hugging the left leg to you, you're straightening that right leg. My hips needed that. Okay. Then we're going to do supported fish or supported Matsyasana. And that's when you take your block or your foam roller and you put it vertically between your shoulder blades like this. And you lay down on top of it starting with your knees up. And then once you feel fully supported and comfortable, you can straighten your legs and point your toes, making sure there's no tension in your lower lumbar, okay? So, arching over your supported device, knees up, arms into cactus, so arms out to the side, opening up the chest and the throat. And then if you feel ready, you can straighten your legs and point your toes. Looking like a fillet of fish. Good. This opens up the ribs, the thoracic spine, the throat, the chest, and the pectorals. Don't forget to point your toes. go into everybody's favorite pose, corpse pose. You may choose to do Shavasana in whatever way works best for you, or you can take the traditional corpse pose where you lie on your back with your feet spread out before you and palms open at your hips. Okay? But whatever is comfortable for you is more important than taking the traditional pose. All right. Finding your breath. Feel the floor rise up and greet you. Your muscles relaxing into the ground. Our affirmation for today is I am my own cheerleader and best friend. You may meditate on what that means to you, or do an energetic cleanse from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, pushing any negative energy, thoughts, or feelings that do not serve you into the ground, into the earth, to be recycled for better use. When you're ready, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Finding movement in your body again. right. Well, thank you all for coming to class. And for those of you that decide to watch this later, thank you for watching this as well. I greatly appreciate you. I aim to eventually have more online classes, and I kind of use these snow days as an opportunity to figure things out, see what works, what doesn't work, so that when I'm ready to launch online classes, I have a better idea of what I am doing. So thank you all very much, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. If not, we will do another online class tomorrow. All right, I will talk to you all later. Now to figure out how to end this.